Greetings, welcome to Deported, the only show on One More Castle without an underwriter. There are some game genres I wish I had dabbled in more as a kid. For example, point-and-click adventure games. Now, don't get me wrong, I played a few of them when I was a lad, but I was far too old for the ones I did play. It wasn't until I was much farther outside the target demographic that I pursued some for myself. Now, I guess what I'm really trying to figure out is, would 5-year-old Alex like Putt Putt Saves the Zoo? I don't know.
Welcome to the Zoo.
I can't really answer that question without a time machine, but what I can do is share the thoughts from a 28-year-old's perspective. I also called it some help to find out what a modern gamer would think of a game like Putt Putt. When I first set out to review this game, I didn't have very high expectations. That is to say, I expected it to be easy, but not very entertaining. While the game is easy, there are many details that tell me that the developers had a blast making it. For example, there are 2 hidden minigames, and a not so well hidden music video containing a song that will forever be stuck in your head.
And the tigers too. Welcome to the Zoo.
There's also something about the art style of the game that reminds me of A Time of Innocence. If you are unfamiliar with the Putt Putt series, they consist of simple point-and-click adventures in a world populated by anthropomorphic cars, and animals in this game. You, the player, control a purple car named Putt Putt, and it is up to you to save the world. Or zoo, rather, in this case. The story seems a bit frivolous if you think about it. Putt Putt is tasked with rescuing 6 missing baby animals in order for the zoo to have its grand opening. In reality, the story is merely a vehicle, no pun intended, for the gameplay to ride upon. This being a point-and-click adventure, there is plenty of puzzle solving to be had. Granted, since it is a kid's game, the puzzle solving comes down to finding the right items to rescue each baby animal. For example, you must get the hot chocolate from the food cart in the beginning to be able to rescue Skeeter, the snake, later in the game. And in order to be able to get Skeeter, you'll have to dig your way through a snowdrift. Wherever could a shovel be found? You'll only find your way by pointing and clicking. Everything. You don't have to get the hot chocolate right away, I suppose, but it does cut down on backtracking later. Pro tip, don't forget the cheese squigglies while you're at it. You'll thank me later. While I did enjoy this game, I did have a hang-up or two with it. For example, did anyone else think it was strange that both the cars and the animals are clearly sentient beings, yet the animals are on display, and the cars are free to do whatever they please? Maybe I'm thinking too much about this.
Jackaroo.
But in all seriousness, the animation was, in my opinion, rather poor. I realized the game developers had to be able to fit the game on a CD and run it on a Windows 95 PC, but I was still distracted by the terrible lip sync. The game clearly has less frames of animation than something like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. This can lead to things like bad lip sync. In fact, let's compare Putt Putt to Bugs Bunny.
I'd like to take some zoo chow over there before they open.
Give me here at the inalienable right of the sanctity of the home.
Oh, if you could, I'd really owe you big time. I missed the little rascal.
Forgive me, my friend. Do you like blackberry pie?
With a zoo opening today, I've so much to fix. Bridges, boats, the works.
No. Did you say blackberry pie? Yummy.
There's a giant rock in the way, and it's too heavy to move by myself.
We'll have some. What a dumb bunny. Of course you realize this means war.
It's not a deal breaker as far as fun goes, but if you're like me, it's hard to unnotice something like that. Now, as this is a 20-year-old game, there are a few problems when it comes to playing it on modern computers. Namely, that it doesn't want to run, or at least it doesn't think it does. But there is an easy way to run this game on modern 64-bit Windows machines though. First, insert the CD-ROM into your computer and open up Windows Explorer, and then copy the contents of the CD onto your hard drive. Next, look for the file named puttzoo and delete it. Now, look for the file named puttzoo.w32 and rename it to puttzoo.exe. And voila, you'll be able to run this game on your modern 64-bit OS. Don't ask me why this works. I just changed file extensions. I don't ask questions. Of course, you don't have to go this route should you want to pick up the game from Steam, but that would be a bit too easy now, wouldn't it? As much as I enjoyed the original version of this game, I'm not sure modern kids would enjoy it the same. That's why I've enlisted the help of the one, the only, Mr. Chris Swartz and his daughter May to review the Android port of Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. Take it away, Chris.
Humongous Entertainment put out a number of highly successful edutainment point-and-click adventures in the early to mid-90s. Having played another Humongous game for my Raising a Gamer series, Pajama Sam, No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside, May has had plenty of experience with the whole point-and-click concept, so she took to Putt Putt pretty quickly. We tried the game on multiple platforms to see how the Android port stacks up to the original PC version. The PC version was a solid game, just as I had remembered it. May enjoyed it well enough, but the lure of an available touchscreen version meant that our time with the PC copy was somewhat limited. Putt Putt Saves the Zoo is available on Android for $2.99, which would be a steal at twice the price. Visuals and gameplay are true to the original, and seems to be largely unchanged.
We are the topiary creatures.
We're very pleased to meet you, senors and senoritas too. The animals we feature.
You know would never eat you. We sing so very sweet to you. Welcome to the zoo, zoo, zoo. With the kangaroos, roos, roos. And the tigers too, too, too. Welcome to the zoo, zoo, zoo. So show them self-reliance. Come in and see our clients. Do not beat the giant yaks.
You'll learn about the lions in advertising tie-ins.
And maybe learn some science back. Welcome to
The key difference is, of course, the addition of the touch interface. Point-and-click adventures have really found a new home on the touchscreen. This might be our new favorite way to enjoy this genre. May just gets it. From the start, she realizes that you can interact with just about every object in the game. She tackles the game completely differently than when I did as a child. May's very hesitant to continue until she's explored every corner of each area. I can already tell that May will be the kind of person that plays a game until she has unlocked every achievement. Putt Putt Saves the Zoo is really fun, simple enough to complete, but does challenge you just enough to stay interested until all the little zoo friends are rescued. Top-notch visuals and voice acting treat you to a story that can be completed in a little under an hour if you take your time and enjoy all the little bits that make this a hilarious and memorable game. One thing that almost stopped us before we began was the license check when the game is started. We kept trying to restart the game because a caution sign came up saying something like, "License could not be validated. Please make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on, and try again." After fiddling with my phone, I tried turning off the Wi-Fi, and then the game verified the license using the 4G network and worked just fine. May took her time and enjoyed the game thoroughly. She had a great time constantly clicking on this watermelon that would make a balloon sound and then look at you confused.
Why does he say that?
Because you're tickling him. He's laughing because you're tickling him.
But that's not how you laugh.
So he was. She also really enjoyed interacting with each of the animals. The lion, cub, and giraffe seemed to take up a lot of her time. The singing monkeys and polar bears were also one of May's favorites. She's kept asking me to use my phone so that she can play the game, and I don't mind. It's somewhat educational and 100% harmless, unlike a lot of the other options out there.
Overall, I definitely recommend this game to anyone of any age. Next time underported, Polar Bear Hockey.